Hey folks, long time ago since we put a new video up, and long time ago that Hannah was in one of them.
Yes, that's true.
It's 2021 now. We've finally and officially left 2020 behind us. Yeah. We did end up doing a few tours around Christmas and New Year's, and we also have a handful of tours in January maybe.
Yeah. But
the rest of it looks quite bare for us at the moment. But things can always happen, of course. It's been quite busy here, even though we haven't had... this is Njala, by the way, that's standing here. He loves attention. It's been quite busy for us here, even though we haven't had really tours in the same capacity as we had last year. As you've seen on the other videos, we haven't really had any snow, crappy ices. All of those things are starting to shape up now.
Yeah, we're finally getting cold weather, so it finally starts to feel like winter. And today we're going to be going out and testing our normal loop that we do with our guests, which goes over quite a big lake.
Yeah, it's a very nice trail. Beautiful out on the big lakes. It's been so slushy on the ice now, so it's haven't really been fun to go out on the lakes. Some other fun stuff that's been happening here is that this boy, Njala, this cute boy here is hopefully gonna become a father. We bred him with Thelma. That is a fantastic little lady. Now, she's not super small, but she's a very good lady.
Not so little lady. And
hopefully they will make great puppies. Because Njala here, he's 9 years old and he has everything that we really want in terms of size, quality of fur, eating, feet, mentality, and Thelma has almost all of those things except the fur. But her father is giant, big, well coated, so hopefully it will be a nice mix in between those two.
Yeah. We'll be doing an ultrasound on Thelma in the next
2 weeks.
2 weeks. So we'll see what happens when we do that. It'll be fun to see. We don't necessarily always do an ultrasound, but because we're having puppies in the middle of the winter, we want to know whether or not we're going to have to take her off of running those 2 weeks before she actually gives birth. And we would like to see roughly how many puppies are in there. We won't get an exact count for sure, but a rough idea so we know what to expect.
We're having a lot of plans for this winter. Of course, since we don't have as many tours as we usually do, that leaves us with a lot of time for us to do the things that we might enjoy doing. So we're gonna go out camping a bit more with the dogs. We're planning a trip to the mountains with the dogs, doing other things with the dogs.
Also, I'm planning a trip with some female mushers that I'm very close with, our close friends. So doing a ladies tour. So hopefully we'll get to show you some of that as well.
We're actually excited to what this winter, this winter is gonna be able to offer for us. It is minus 23 out. We're gonna go out on a nice run.
Okay, well, you ready? While we're getting the dogs ready, we thought we'd take a little pause and show you how many zippers I have on. Here's my outermost layer until I get my big jacket on over me, which I will have today. Here's the next layer, just like a fleece. I actually had to replace this zipper and I messed it up, so it's all messy. And then I've got this like 3/4 zip insulated jacket And then my zip up, which goes all the way up there. And that's my base layer underneath. So quite a lot of layers there.
Today we're taking 4 dog teams out. We're gonna check some of the lakes. I drove them a few days ago when it was not as cold as it is out today. And now they've hopefully frozen properly so that we can start utilizing them with guests and more for extended trips. So we're taking 4 dogs each today. Hannah, me and our volunteer Veronica. Just to make it a little bit easier if there's anything that we need to do or if there's a problem that we stumble upon. It's easier with 4 dogs than with 6 or 8 dogs each. It's a lot of patience to get the dogs to calm down before a run. Some of them are better than others. Banjo is still whining. Frost here is still whining a little bit. Hannah, are you whining?
No, I'm doing exercises.
You're cold?
No, I'm doing exercises for my neck.
Oh, nice.
The naprapat gave to me. And my neck hurts.
So we did cross the first lake, no problem at all. It was just slippery for the dogs. As long as we're keeping it nice and slow and don't let them run full speed, we can have it quite controlled actually. I come out on the lake here and it looks like it's going to be beautiful. A big yellow blob in the sky. Look, oh, you can't really see the sun, but look at this. This is so nice. Woohoo! Dogs are not super fond of the ice, so they're sort of weaving back and forth from the trail. At least Hannah's and mine dogs. Veronica's dogs, Thelma and Boss, they do not seem to care whatsoever if they're riding in a trail, but these guys are not too impressed by that. But it is freaking beautiful. We got some moose tracks from yesterday here. So they are somewhere around here. You good, Hen? Banjo, what do you think? You ready? Alright, let's cruise into the sun. Hike! So in this part of the trail it's a lot more swamps and stuff like that. It's just super beautiful. We usually have lunch just a little bit further up. There's a little tree line that is in between these 2 swamps that we're on right now. And it's so nice. Finally to be out a little bit on more trails that are not just that are not just over-snowed dirt roads. It's nicer to be in the forest where it's a little bit more sort of cozy with the trees creeping up on you, and it's also nice to be out on swamps. We have big open spaces. Dirt roads are really nice and convenient to be on, but can never be and will never be as nice as it is to be out in like the forest and in nature in that way. The doggies are doing so good, even though there are only 4 per sled. So the loop that we did needs to be groomed a bit. It's a little bit tricky to film while driving in there. It's just one snowmobile trail width, and the sides are quite steep. So it was a little bit of a bumpy ride at places, as it is on this lake. can see this is where I drove. It's partly frozen and snowed over, but it's not really super good at all spots. Man, it is nice out. Good frosty days. Finally. That's all I can say really. 2021 is at least starting on a very good note for us with these temperatures and everything that's finally coming. Good days for sure. We are on the final little stretch before we come back into the kennel. The lake crossings were very nice actually. A little bit rough. Let's see. Good job. Woohoo! Driving and filming at the same time, it's not always the easiest. There's a turn there. Can be a little bit tricky. Humlan is waiting for us. She's ready for us to come home. She's always the one that firstly welcomes everyone. Here we are, coming back into the kennel again. There's Lula and Humlan. Look at it. Coming back to the kennel. Oh, Wolf needed to pee. What a beautiful, beautiful day. Any comments?
I should have put my big jacket on.
Oh, good job, guys. Look at it. Woohoo! Did you like it?
Did I like what?
What we just did, and the weather.
Yes, it's chilly, but fun.
We have Boss. Hey, Boss. And Thelma. She's gonna become the mother, hopefully, if everything goes as planned. You're trying to eat the ice that stuck to your whisker. Yeah, brains. Super brains. You are so freaking cute, little lady. Back here we have Thelma's sister, Louise. She's also very, very cute.